Don and Elma Voth are a couple customers that we've done a few of their cars where none of them have been complete ground up construction from Foose Design. They've bought other cars, we've kind of refurbished, we've made them to where they're drivable cars, and I've worked with a couple other shops and built a few cars that he's got in his collection now, but this is the first car that we're building for them from ground up. And what we did here is we took a '65 Impala, which Don really wanted to build for his wife Elma, because they drove one of these on their honeymoon. When he asked me if I'd do a '65 Impala, he says, you know, the car's a little bit long. I think we could shorten it a few inches. I said, I think we could shorten it probably about 16 inches, was my original thought. When I got around to doing the quarter scale drawings, we actually ended up pulling 14 inches out of the car. Out of the center of the quarters, we pulled that, and when we pulled that forward the 7 inches, we also pulled the top forward, cutting just above the windshield, and then laying the windshield back and dropping the top. We've brought it down about 1.25 inches, but we've taken 8 inches out of the length of the top. That 7 inches that was taken out of the center of the quarters, then everything was pieced back together, and we took another 7 inches off the back end of the quarters and out of the deck lid. What I wanted to do is give the car much more of a muscle car proportion. And one of the other really unique things we've done with this car is in early 2009, we went to DeLillo Chevrolet and we bought a brand new Corvette. That's less than 2 blocks from here. We drove that car over here and we peeled the body off of it. Now, we didn't cut a single wire or anything else when we were pulling it all apart, because all of the electronics, the complete dash, the seats, the steering column, everything from that Corvette's going back into this car. We could hook up the airbags. I'm not sure that we're going to do that yet or not, but we're going to have GPS, we're going to have the OnStar system, everything in a '65 Impala, which is going to be very, very cool. And this car should perform like no other '65 has ever performed. My favorite detail on the car isn't one specific detail, it's the theme of the car. Being that we're using a brand new Corvette chassis underneath this '65 Chevrolet Impala body, what I really wanted to do was follow the theme of, what if in 1965 the Corvette studio back at GM decided to build a muscle car, and they used the lines of the Impala, but they actually had this. I mean, this thing's going to look like a bulldog. It's going to be one tough little car. But all of the themes, the styling cues, from the gas cap being in the back just like the Corvette, the little bumperettes that'll turn down are very Corvette themed, the wastegates in the side fenders, the, shall we call it an egg crate grill that's going to be in the car, and even the wheels. All those themes are taken from what the original '65 Corvette would have been. The biggest difference building a car like this versus one of the cars that we would build for, say, the Ridler Award or an Amber Award, is the fact that this is a production vehicle. Everything underneath the skin of this car is a factory engineered component, and it has that look to it. When we're building a car for the Ridler or the Amber Award, every single piece that we build is built to be a piece of artwork. This is a production car with a piece of artwork as a skin over top of it. This will be a show car as well as a driver. We'll dress all of the components that are underneath, all the factory pieces. You know, they'll all be, if there's casting marks, we'll take the casting marks out. We'll paint all the pieces. The factory brackets will be smoothed out. Everything will be surfaced and finished and built like a show car, but it's also an extreme driver.